Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to Cardvoyant. I'm Chris and I'm your Cardvoyant, and let's learn more about the Major Arcana. All right, well, the Chariot card. This is one of those cards that I'm going to say again is one of my favorite cards. The Chariot card is really powerful, right? You can see this powerful figure in the Chariot. The Chariot's led by lions, these kind of sphinx figures. He holds a magician's wand. Now, the reason all that's happening is because this card is all about power. It's sort of taking the bull by the horns, taking the reins, right? Being in control and moving forward, okay? This is the idea of the hero. You can look at this card and think of the chariot driver who's driving this chariot without holding the reins. I mean, this is sheer like power and willpower. So this card is often about willpower, and it's about things starting to move forward. It's about seizing the moment, seizing your inner strength, and just putting that power to use in driving forward. It's about wisdom and strength. And it's a very like masterful card, right? So this can often come up when people are asking about change. They're asking about, how do I? And often the answer is, you can do it. You have it within you. And then other cards will sort of answer, how do you tap into that, right? But this is an assurance card. This is the big picture card. You can do it kind of card. Here's the hint for remembering the Chariot. Obviously, it's a chariot, so it's about moving forward. But if you look at this character on the Chariot card, think hero. And if you can think of a hero and the things that you need to be a hero, the power and desire and the bravery to become a hero, that's all encompassed in this card. Now next, we have a very interesting card, especially coming after the Chariot card. You have the Strength card. And the Strength card is about the same sort of power that we talked about in the Chariot card, but it's also and especially about the duality of power. As you can see, there's this female figure, and then there's the lion. And so there's this idea of the brute strength of the lion, but there's also, and perhaps more importantly, the strength of being able to tame that lion with this peaceful inner knowledge, with our own thinking and compassion, and the ability to sort of parse through the histrionics and the these big feelings, this anger, this immediate reaction, to be able to move past that, to see a clearer picture, and to use different tools other than anger and violence to accomplish something. And as you can see, the figure in the card who holds the infinity symbol above her head as well is actually taming this more primitive, wild beast, wild nature that we all have, using those tools, that inner wisdom, that insight, the calm understanding that she has come to by using her inner self and her intellect, right, to understand a situation or a thing or a person and to bring it into submission. So strength is often about overcoming life obstacles, overcoming certain people's characteristics, maybe character flaws, the immediate volatility of a situation, by this inner strength, by trying to understand, by parsing through, by using this, we talked about dual nature, by using the best part of your dual nature or the calm part of your dual nature. So when you see this strength card, the easy way to remember it for me is to think of this idea of Beauty and the Beast, because that's what you've got in this card. And you think of the story of Beauty and the Beast, and that's really what happens. You have this wild beast. It's somebody who's become a wild beast, and this beauty who is our best part of our inner nature, who is able to overcome the anger and violence of the beast through understanding, peace, love, and all these calmer things that we think of as higher learning abilities. Okay, so when you look at the Strength card, think Beauty and the Beast, and you'll be able to think of dual nature and the ways in which power can display a duality and how you overcome that. Next, we come to the number 9 card in our Major Arcana, and this is the Hermit card. And I'm going to say again, this is a card that I really like. The Hermit card is really about stepping back and retreating into ourselves, spending time to seek inner wisdom, or to seek wisdom in general. I mean, it can be outside world kind of wisdom, but it all comes down basically to using our inner wisdom to understand something or someone, and that someone can be ourselves. So the Hermit is about acquiring new knowledge by retreating, by slowing down, by sequestering ourselves away from the everyday world sometimes, or at least doing that for a few minutes a day, through meditation or whatever means that you need to gain solitude to help you gain understanding. And you can see that the Hermit carries this light, and it's this light of knowledge, okay? So the Hermit is very much what you would think of from his name, but it's not just about shutting yourself away. It's about shutting yourself away with purpose. So this can often mean for your clients a time when they really need to step back, right, and reevaluate or evaluate. And you can look at this card, and the tip to remember about this card is, first of all, its name, and to think of shutting the door and basking in solitude, as hermits do, in order to learn something important. All right, so we've come to our number 10 card. The number 10 card is the Wheel of Fortune. And this wheel is all about life. This is the wheel of life. As you can see, you've got this snake, you've got the anubis, which is this symbol of death, which is sort of a symbol of rebirth in ancient Egypt. You've got these 4 winged creatures that symbolize the 4 fixed figures of the zodiac. You've got a sphinx on the top, which is wisdom, but the basic thing you need to know is this wheel symbolizes life. This is about the life cycle. This is about the ups and downs, This is, you're riding high in April, shot down in May kind of thing. This is how life is. It's the ups and downs. And you'll often get this with people who have come through or are in the midst of change and upheaval. And maybe it's a high that they're riding on, but oftentimes it's a point of challenge in their lives, sometimes difficulty. And this is a reminder that that's how life is. Like if everything was just steady all the time, we wouldn't be learning anything, and we wouldn't be experiencing these great emotions that we're able to experience as we have these highs and lows, right? That's what Earth is kind of all about. That's what Earth School is all about, is that kind of learning. The thing to remember is that it comes back up, right? And it's also about karma in that respect, like kind of the what goes around comes around kind of thing. But do remember, when you look at the Wheel of Fortune, and here's your tip to remember it, the Wheel of Fortune is about life's ups and downs, okay? Can be about karma, as I said, but that's really the same thing. It's what goes around comes around. Once you're down, then you're up. I mean, that's the life cycle. So when you look at the Wheel of Fortune, you can easily think of riding the wheel up or riding it down, right? Ups and downs. And that's how you remember the Wheel of Fortune. And with that, we're halfway done learning the Major Arcana. Please come back again to learn more. Bye-bye.